That hurt. More verticality. Recording in progress. All right. Welcome to the Straight Red Card. I think we pulled that one off. So this is the recorded
show. I was about to mention how it sounded like you're talking as if you're like some kind of porn. You're like, "Welcome to the Straight Red Card."
Welcome to the.
And he's talking about pulling it off, and I was like, "Man."
Well, at least I didn't say yanking it off, so that's not bad. What are you drinking?
Potato.
What are you drinking there? What is that? Coke and rum?
Coke and rum.
Oh, I guessed it. Damn, I'm good. Guess mine.
Oh, you got orange drink and vodka. Sunkiss, I'm guessing. Is Diet Sunkiss you do?
It's Kroger. It's Kroger Diet orange drink.
The big K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so you're the one person that buys that?
No, apparently everyone buys it because they're constantly out of it.
Well, you live in Bloomington, so I imagine that any mixer is readily purchased as quickly as they come. And they're cheap.
Yeah, it only happened recently. It's 79 cents a fucking 2 liter. So yeah, it's cheap. But it's like
people are on a budget, man.
You know, I got in habits, and that was really easy. Like, it's better than orange juice because it has a fizz to mix with vodka. There you go.
Less acidic than orange juice too.
Yes, that was the problem. Like, the orange juice was giving me the shits because it's too acidic. So, like, I don't eat fruit because of that. Like, I'll eat tomato, but you know, it's acidic.
Fruit.
Huh?
So you do eat fruit.
Yep, tomatoes are fruit. People should know that.
They should.
They should.
Well,
some people think it's a vegetable.
A lot of people think it's a vegetable.
It's a fruit. It's a fruit. You know, there's the whole grow on trees, grow on vines thing, right? You got to know that to know the difference between, right? Or they grow out of the ground or they grow on vines. Like, vegetables grow out of the ground. Fruits grow on trees and they grow on vines.
Both of which happen to grow out of the ground.
That's true. But if you look at a carrot, the carrot is underground. It's fluffy thing coming out.
Is a bell pepper a bell pepper's a vegetable?
It is.
Yeah, that's grown out of the ground, I guess.
Yeah, I'd have to look into that a little more. It might be considered a spice. I don't know. Like, you know, beets, all the vegetables.
Berries are bushes. You got tree-bearing fruit. You got vines. And I'm trying to think of a non-vine-bearing fruit.
Potatoes, they grow underground.
I mean, strawberries technically vines because they grow they branch out underground.
No.
They come up, they spread.
I mean, everything starts out of the ground, but it's where the fruit is born. That's where the determining factor is between a fruit and a vegetable.
What?
Yeah, that's how you determine the difference. Like, vegetables grow in the ground. Potatoes grow in the ground.
But I just mentioned green peppers as a vegetable.
And I have no explanation for you on green peppers.
I think you're pulling shit out of your ass right now.
I don't know if it's. I think it's a vegetable.
It's a vegetable if it grows with dirt.
Can we not?
You don't have dirt. It's not a vegetable.
Can we not look it up? Green peppers? That doesn't seem like a really.
This video's already gonna take us 30 minutes. Let's just jump into it. I'll look behind the scenes.
All right, you look, and I'll start with Friday. And Dwayne Holmes went 89 in a win. Yeah, I'm sorry, people brought him up, but nope, he's probably not going to be called up by Greg because he had a little yelling match with Greg. Everybody's reporting it, has reported it. Brooks, 90 in a win. That's CB this time in a back four. For Wolfsburg. He played in a back four. So the coaches finally said, you know, you're playing a back three for games on end, and some of those have ended awfully. So let's just try a back four. Keith Perry's still injured. Joe Gallegos went 60 for Sanderjiski in a loss. Terrence Boyd went 90 for Kaiserslautern in a loss. Alex Mendez, 69 in a win. Shaq Moore, 1 minute in a win. Sam Shashua did not dress. Man, they got a new manager, and like those guys are like not playing anymore. It wasn't a new manager. They're just not playing anymore. It's weird. And Tyler Boyd, 46, and of course a loss, as they sit at the bottom of the table in Turkey. On Saturday, Gio Caccini, 5 and a loss. Richie Ledesma in the 18 for PSV, but did not play. Musa in the 18 did not play. Stefan in the 18 did not play. Josh Sargent's injured with some sort of weird-ass elbow herpes or something, because there's like barely any real reports telling you about his progress or where he's at or what's going wrong. Or, I mean, he just got injured out of fucking nowhere, dude. Jedi went 45. Reem went 90 in a tie. Jedi, by the way, is going to win a spot back because Brian was yanked at halftime.
Well, and he also got added, or he was also listed in the the championship team of the year or whatever already.
Yeah, but the manager goes with whoever's hot, and Brian's hotness just ended.
It's a concept of it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, Brian's hotness just ended at halftime of the last game, and Robinson went in. So there you go. We'll see how that works out for him. Horvath, Mighton, Horvath. Balogun in the 18 did not play. DK, injured.
Yep.
Still injured. Adams, 90 in a loss. Richards, injured. Shea, in the 18 for Richards. Did not play, though. Chandler, in the 18, did not play. Scally, 20 in a tie. George Bello, 90 in a loss for Bielefeld. Green and Tillman. Well, Green went 90. Timothy Tillman went 83 in a loss. And guess who got a goal and assist for Bayer Leverkusen during that game against Greuther Fürth? Give you a hint. He's Iranian.
Oh, yeah.
Osman.
Osman, yeah.
Yeah.
Osman.
Osman single-handedly destroyed Greuther Fürth in that game and won the game.
Not a huge feat.
Not it isn't, but yeah. We all know Reyna is injured. Tessman was in the 18, didn't play. Busio played 61, and it's official now. Venezia is in last place in Italy. In last place.
Yeah. Okay.
They were at the bottom of the table now. So, all right.
Not good.
Yeah, it's just not good. Joe Effort for Motherwell versus James Sands and Rangers. James Sands went 22 for Rangers in the win.
Good for him.
Joe Effort went 72 in the loss for Motherwell. Up top, by the way. You know, now that we consider Scottish players like someone to pay attention to. Christian Ramirez only went 20. He's kind of lost his starting lineup spot. I'm not sure why.
He stopped scoring goals.
He did for Aberdeen, and they lost. And then he's got Polvara there with him, who's in the 18. Sebastian Soto, 5 for Livingston. Another magnificent 5 minutes in a game.
At least he's starting to get playing time.
Yeah.
Look at the silver lining, you know?
Well, it's just minutes.
That's 5 more minutes than he's got since he made the move. Let's put it that way.
I wonder if he still thinks that he's God's gift. Chris Mueller, 20 for Hibs in a win. Alan Sonora's injured. Gooch, 90. And an assist and win in a playoff. They're in the playoff zone, Sunderland, to go up. So there you go. Marcel Costley, I'm going to skip some of these. Justin Butler, skipping Mark Hyder. Alan Wooten, skipping Maloney. Maloney did go 90 for Dortmund too, but I don't think he has any future with that club. Skipping Corbose, Booth, went 65. Tillman, Malik, 90. And then Christopher Scott, 90 for Bayern Munich 2 in a win. Rotundo went 45 for Schalke's U19s. Braden Smith went 5 for Osnabrück's U19s. Malik Sanogo went 90 for Union Berlin in a loss. Joel Imjausen, 60 for Victoria Berlin's U19s. Lucas Tamaris, 90 for Hoffenheim's U19s. Sebastian Burke, 73. He's a midfielder. He's 19 years old. He's playing for their Unterhaching's U19s. Ty Walker, 70 for Kaiserslaughter's U19s in a loss. Jeremiah Windsor, 45 for Ulm's U19s in a win. Stefan Sagmonian, 26 for Fortuna Dusseldorf's U19s. Jesus Christ, this list goes on and on. Like every team in the U19s played this weekend. Fernando Arce was in the 18 for Juarez, but did not play, and Fernando Ventura Alvarado was injured. PFOC went 83, got 2 goals. Brace! And, then Sunday. We had Pulisic went 14, got the game-winning goal for Chelsea. Yep. You could tell he was like, stick that in your pipe and smoke it, motherfuckers.
Keeping that Champions League hope alive.
Yeah. EPB went 90 in a loss. Whale went 90 in a win. Conrad's injured. Pepe was in the 18, didn't play. Matarazzo lost again at Stuttgart. He might be out soon. Might be out the door for Stuttgart soon. Luca De La Torre went 90 in a win. Des 45 and a yellow card. A injury in a loss. Harks injured. CCV 90 in a win. Joel Sonora 40 for Vela Sarsfield. Aaronson 64, a goal and win. Sam Vines 90 in a loss. McKenzie 90 in a win. Cardoso in the 18 didn't play. Emmanuel Savi 46 in a win. Johan Gomez for Zwickau 30 in a loss. That means Enoch's lost too. He's the American manager of that team. Sebastian Salcedo, 63 in a loss. Haji Wright, 90 in another goal and another win in Turkey. Now, as far as MLS guys go, Brandon Bai had a goal for the Revs. Roldan had a goal. Morris had a goal. Yule had a goal. Yedlin had an assist. Bryce Duke, I believe it is, had a goal. Acosta had a goal. Masovsky had another goal. Parks had a goal. Michael Bradley had a goal in a loss. And those are some of your MLS dudes. And Monday, Jesse tied with Leeds. Ola Sunday didn't dress as usual for Preston North End because he's injured. McKennie's injured. Toljohn's injured. Kappas went 45 for Bromby, yanked at halftime. John Tompkinson went 90 for Nords, U23s in a loss. Novakovic went 83, got an assist as Frosinone continued to fight for one of those playoff spots. Cannon 90 in a loss. Guy 71 for Durgafors in a loss. Zardes to Rapids. There you go. We are done with the weekend report. By the way, did you catch the Tyson Fury fight?
No.
Oh, God. Guy's a monster, dude. 6'9", 6'10". Just a giant man. Won another heavyweight fight. Knocked out Dylan White in like 6 rounds. It's crazy. The guy's amazing, and he's not young. I think he's like 34, 35 years old for a heavyweight. But he's the biggest heavyweight in the world I've ever seen. I mean, if you're 6'10", usually they're just not all going to work out. You're like a basketball player who boxes. Doesn't usually work. But this guy, super skilled. Super fucking skilled.
No. Yeah, don't follow boxing. Don't get me wrong. I would enjoy watching it with a group of people. MMA would be fun to watch, but I really don't follow it by any means. I did watch a video recently of a guy or a group of guys confronting an MMA fighter in a parking garage last weekend, and the group of guys were all like, all like hard, like, you're messing with, And then one of the guys went, and the MMA guy like swept his leg, got back up, and he went after him again, and he picked him up by his legs, and then just like dropped his ass down. Head bounced off the concrete a couple times, and everybody's like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm like, stop fucking around people, then. So good for that guy. Good for that guy.
Did you see Mike Tyson in the plane?
Yes, I did. Don't be drunk and an idiot.
What a drunk moron! That guy must have a death wish. I mean, you don't
maybe
fuck
he's
with
like,
Mike
hey,
Tyson.
buddy, record me. I'm gonna get on TV, you know.
God, that
And,
guy was
he got on TV, all right.
so annoying. He's
But
like totally harassing him.
Yep, eyewitnesses. I mean, the video didn't do it any justice by any means. I mean, it showed some of it beforehand, and then all of a sudden he's wailing on him. But there were enough eyewitnesses saying that dude was drunk asshole.
Yeah, and he's got a record of being a drunk asshole too, actually, and a rap sheet. So that guy's just a dumb fuck. He's dumb. Like if I was seated behind Mike Tyson, I'd do whatever Mike Tyson wanted. I would give him a fucking back rub. I would rub his shoulders. I would, whatever he needed me to do, but I would be very quiet if
your hands just like reach between the seats. Okay, there you go.
Yes. If Mike Tyson would have turned around to me and said, "Hey, you, I want you to give me a back rub," I would have said, "Okay."
Hey, Mike, you want to, while we're flying here, you want to play a game of Scrabble?
Now that would be fun, because Mike Tyson is much smarter than so many people give him credit for. First of all, he's
It's a list that gets you.
He's a boxing historian. He's a thoughtful dude. He smokes weed. Add it all up together, I think you got a pretty smart guy.
I think he's on the next episode of Tiger King too.
Yeah. But he had tigers, dude, in his house.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the point.
It's absolutely insane that, like I'd sleep with one eye open if I had a tiger in my room while I went to sleep.
I loved his role in the Hangover series.
Oh, so good.
Like, this is the best part of the song. Stick.
So good.
So, as it turns out, fruits are seed-bearing structures that develop from the ovary of a flowering plant. Vegetables, on the other hand, are other parts, such as roots, leaves, and stems. So just to get a couple examples of what people probably think are vegetables, I asked Google if zucchini is a fruit. It is a fruit.
Well,
never would have thought zucchini has a fruit, but it's a fruit.
Raspberries grow on roots and vines.
Well, raspberries grow in a bush, just like blueberries and all the other berries.
They grow on your bush, not mine.
So those are absolutely fruits. But zucchini as a fruit kind of threw me off guard. But it is definitely a fruit.
It does have a little bit of a sweetness to it, too, if you fry it.
Well, and what got me was they talk about they develop from the ovary of the flowering plant, and that's exactly what zucchinis do.
Yeah.
But to use the bell pepper as an example, because you didn't have an answer for that, I asked if bell pepper was a fruit or a vegetable. It comes back as a vegetable. But then you scroll down, and it says, are bell peppers fruits or vegetable? And then it says it's a fruit.
What?
And then you scroll down, and it says, why is a bell pepper a vegetable? And it says the Supreme Court ruled that because peppers were eaten with eaten with a meal and not as a post-meal dessert, they were vegetables.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I love how that went all the way up to the Supreme Court, and on top of that what a stupid reason for why it's a fruit or a vegetable. Like, I was eating with a meal, so that means it's a vegetable.
What year was that decision made?
Fuck if I know.
I bet you it's in the 1920s or 30s. I'm going to just call it out right now. It might have been, I take it back. It might have been after World War II, would be my guess.
It's
right after World War II. Right after World War II. That's going to be my guess. Because that's when we thought we knew everything.
Nix versus Hedden. Let's just take a look. 1893.
Wow.
Oh, Christ. What is it, like two farmers feuding? It's a fruit. No, it's a vegetable.
Instead, yeah, I know. It's just how we decide these things is ridiculous. It really is.
Because
So-
you can't eat fruit alongside a meal. It has to be a dessert if it's fruit.
How about we just separate them by their sugar consistency?
So that was one thing is they talked about, generally speaking, fruits are sweet and savory, and whereas vegetables are not.
So corn is very sweet, or can be,
Can be.
but it's a vegetable, isn't it? Or is it a legume? I think it's a vegetable.
Lagoon's bean.
Beans, yeah, are legumes.
Oh.
It's not, obviously, because those
Corn,
are the
fruit.
seeds that we're eating.
I mean, me thinking about it, corn's absolutely a vegetable. But then again, I never knew. We don't. They kept saying bell peppers are fruits and vegetables, depending on who you talk to. So I don't know. Let's just verify. Botanists actually classify corn as a fruit.
Wow.
So basically anything with seed, I guess. Because if you really think about it, like when you think about it, like potato, well, I guess the potato itself is a seed. That's a bad example.
Yeah, it grows underground. Yeah.
Well, Carrots. The actual carrot's not the seed. If you let the carrot go to seed, carrot's a biennial, so you have to let it grow 2 years in the ground. And it basically sprouts a shit ton of flowers that make all the seeds.
Right.
So maybe that's look, same thing with the leafy plants. You start talking about like spinaches,
turnips, radishes,
and kale, all that shit.
Yeah.
They grow the seeds from the flowers that they grow out after it bolts. So maybe if the thing you're eating has seed in it, so does that mean that cucumber is a fruit?
Mm-hmm. I think at this point it would be.
Cucumber, fruit or vegetable?
I love that people are going to be, some people, very...
Cucumbers are vegetables. Look at that.
Is that another court decision by the Supreme
fruit,
Court?
however, has soft texture, tends to be either sweet or tart. I don't know.
No.
I feel like they're just making this shit up now.
Yeah, they are.
Who
And
the
that
fuck
goes
knows?
for our whole lives, right? We have these people and they
know it all.
entomologize our world for us, and then we get stuck with their entomology, and yet a lot of their entomology really has nothing to do with common sense. Some of it has to do with the Supreme Court getting involved and other weird shit like that. So, like, I don't know.
I just love how the last 7 minutes of our show has been what's a fruit and what's a fucking vegetable.
It's important to know those things. I mean, not technically.
Make sure you get enough of them, guys.
If you like them, you'll like them. It doesn't really matter, right? Like, I love corn, like good Indiana fresh corn during the best part of the year. But yeah, I mean, I always thought of it as a vegetable because it's in there with the fucking green beans and all the shit that you eat. You're like, okay, green beans, that's a vegetable, right? Is it? I don't know anymore. I really don't know. Now I don't know. I used to think that's a vegetable. Are peas vegetables? Seriously. I mean, I don't know anymore.
Peas are legit just the seed. You're eating basically the seed of the actual pea plant itself.
I mean, carrots are definitely vegetables. They grow in the ground. Makes sense. Turnips, makes sense. Everything, all that makes sense. So, I don't know. Anyhow, we're living in a constantly evolving world, folks. God, I can't speak anymore.
Words.
So that is a good sign for me to end this show. We thank you for joining us. Keep showing up. We'll keep talking about soccer and occasionally other horse shit. And we'll be back with Group D here soon on Thursday. We hope to see you then. That hurt. More verticality. Recording in progress. All right.